An eating disorder makes a person delusional. Why is that the case? Hello everybody, my name is Luke McLeod. I am the creator of Mongoose Mindset. I started my fitness journey out at 12 years old, where I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. I dieted, I kept training hard, and that led me down the road of developing anorexia. I got put in a treatment facility at 12 years old, and I lived in there for like 3 months, and then afterward I still had to do outpatient stuff and therapist appointments, psychiatrist, dietitian appointments, all that stuff. And then during that, I went back into high school. I got into sports. At 16, I got into weightlifting, which I've continued to do up until this day. After high school, I moved to Louisville, Kentucky to train and ultimately become a professional wrestler. And then I moved back to Virginia because I found out that that's not what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And now after about a year of living back here, I moved to Southwest Virginia. I'm at New River Community College. I'm doing a degree in instrumentation and automation, like a trade degree. So that's pretty interesting. And I started up Mongoose Mindset a few months ago just to help people out with, nutrition, training, and, just lifestyle habits. And now I'm focusing more on like the eating disorder side, to share my story of how I overcame an eating disorder and to share topics that relate to an eating disorder, to help people out there who are either struggling or think they might be struggling or know somebody who is struggling with the eating disorder. They can learn and take my experiences and use them in any way they want, whether that's helping themselves or helping somebody else. And so today's topic is going to be how an eating disorder makes you delusional. And an eating disorder makes you delusional mostly because it affects your mind, takes control of your mind slowly over time. Like I said in my last video last week, the hidden timeline of developing an eating disorder, it doesn't happen overnight. Your mind slowly changes over time to develop these habits and these thoughts that become its reality. And when it believes something, you see things differently. Like when I was going through my eating disorder, I always thought that I was fat, even though I was skinny as hell. I looked like an Ethiopian from the news or something like that. These kids in like Africa who like have no food, have hardly any water, and basically starving to death. And I still thought I was fat. I still thought I had a ton of fat on me, even though my eyes were sunken in and I felt like crap all the time. And everything you'd feel when you're really low in body fat, or you're not eating properly or have the right nutrients to fuel what you're doing in day-to-day life or performance-wise. And yeah, whenever I looked in the mirror, I just saw a fat version of myself. And that ultimately makes you delusional about food. You think that food is going to be the thing that makes you fat. And yes, it is true that food makes you fat if you eat a lot of it, but you get delusional about that every single thing you put in your body is a chance to make you fat. And because I was uneducated and didn't know anything about training or nutrition, that's ultimately why I guess I developed an eating disorder. I didn't know that, or I kind of knew, I guess, but I didn't know the correct way to do things, the correct way to train, like not overtraining. Your body needs recovery. And then food helps with that recovery. It helps your body grow. It helps your muscles grow. It helps make you feel good and have energy. I thought protein was the only thing you needed. And at the end of the day, that's not the right way to think about things. I thought fats and carbs were bad. I'd get stuff with zero fat in it, zero carbs, like tuna and like a roast beef, like lunch meat that had 0 grams of fat. That's what it said on the label. 0 grams of sugar. It didn't matter. I just wanted all the proteins. I thought that's what you needed. And you do need dietary fats in your diet to regulate the stuff like hormones and, just basic things that go on in your body to regulate those systems. And then carbs are good because carbs are the things that give you energy. Like, yes, protein can be broken down through gluconeogenesis, and carbs and fats are broken down as well, but you need carbs to be able to provide you energy for performance, like all the training that I was doing, as well as it helps fuel your brain because glucose is, how your brain operates. And yes, again, protein can be broken down into glucose. Fats can, I guess, be broken down into glucose. But that puts a lot of strain on your body too, because it's always breaking down those nutrients. It's basically requiring more calories to break that down and utilize those. but you're not fueling it. So yeah, a lot of people are just delusional. And it might not be your fault. It's never strictly your fault when it comes to eating disorder. There's always environmental factors that play a role, but you just have to realize what you're being delusional about and how you can kind of fix that and have a better mindset on how to control your thoughts. And so if you're struggling with an eating disorder, if you're struggling with, you think, or people think you're being delusional about food or how you look, like your body image and everything like that, just reach out to me at mongoosemindset01@gmail.com, and I can help you kind of overcome these delusional thoughts and overcome the struggles that are going on in your brain and mind. Because at the end of the day, the struggles are real, and I still struggle with things these days, but I've overcame a lot of that with my experiences that I've been through and just learning more mindset tips to keep my mind in a state of peace, or at least better than it was, and not worry about the small things, because at the end of the day, the small things do matter, but you got to focus on the bigger picture than just the smaller things in life all the time, because a lot of times those small little detailed things aren't going to matter if everything else is messed up. Like with lifting weights, you want to put on some muscle, but if you're not even training, if you're not even like lifting weights in the first place, there's no point in worrying about, oh, I gotta drink this certain amount of water, or I gotta, do this and this and this. If you're not doing the basics of, diet, training, nutrition, recovery, all the other stuff doesn't matter, just to be honest, because like those three things have to be in check. They have to be there. If they're not there, there's no point in trying to, take the perfect supplements, optimize certain things, because you're not optimizing the most important things first. So yeah, if you want to reach out to me, I have on my website Mongoose Mindset Mentorship Sessions, and there I can talk with you. We can go over the problems that you're having, and I can give you advice on what to do going forward, as well as I do personal lifestyle coaching, nutrition, training, all those things. That gives you one-on-one emails, check-ins with me, so you can be accountable not only for yourself, but you can be accountable to me, so I can help guide you in the right direction. Because you need somebody with experience to learn from. You can get farther if you have somebody who teaches you and mentors you to get where you want to go, because they might not, I'm not where I want to be in life, but I'm a lot better than most other people, because a lot of other people are lazy. They don't have a good mindset. They don't go to the gym. They don't train. They don't eat right. And not making fun of people or anything, but that's just how they are. There's a lot of people in this world who aren't hardworking. They just do the same things every day, and they wonder why they don't see results, but they're not going out of their way to be uncomfortable. Because ultimately, if you want to grow at anything, you have to be uncomfortable for a period of time before you get good at something. So with that, check out my website. Reach out to me if you'd like to. I hope you have a great day, and always act now and evolve forever. Bye.